Hey there, what's up? I am Lauren and I am a brand new reseller on eBay. Like, this is my first week listing things, and I thought I would share with you the first haul that I got from the thrift store. I'm going to share kind of what I've already learned and some of the mistakes I think I've made, but I'd also love if you're a seasoned reseller or you're just really good with fashion and stuff that I picked, I would love your advice or anything that you might have learned along the way. That would be awesome. But I'm going to show you everything that I've thrifted. Most of it came from the bins. A few things came from just regular thrift stores that I was actually thrifting for myself mostly, but picked up along the way. I'll let you guys know what I listed it for, some of the comps that I was seeing, and just some of the things that I think I am doing right. I am starting this business just to make a little bit of extra money. I am a stay-at-home mom, a mom of 3 under 4 with a newborn that is 2 months old, so I'm trying to film this before he wakes up because it's like 9:30 at night. It's like the only time I have of like peace and quiet around here. Without further ado, I'll chat along the way. I'm kind of a chatty person, so if you like chatty, this might be a channel to follow. But let's get started. So here's one of the first things that I picked up. It is this Michael Kors blouse, and I definitely tried to pick up brands that like I knew and that were kind of like nice. However, I think in some instances I had brand blindness, but this was really cute. I'm not sure how well the chains will sell. I know that's kind of a signature thing for them. It's not quite my style, but I do really like Michael Kors. It has this really cute kind of tie sleeve on here. I ended up listing, I have my computer here. I ended up listing it for $19.99. I couldn't find this exact style, this exact shirt with like the kind of 3/4 length tie, but I did find similar ones, and I think they were around like the 15 to 20 mark. So I'm gonna shoot for $19.99 and see what offers come in. I do think I might have already sent an offer for 5% off on this. I'm still figuring out my offers and also just like what to price things at, considering that I probably will send offers on things and they'll go lower. Also eBay's fees. Oh, spoiler alert, the last one I'm gonna show you, I probably should have let off with this. The last one I'm going to show you, I'm actually not going to show you because I've already packaged it up. I listed it today and it already sold. So stay tuned to the end and I'll show you guys what I already sold. Okay, so again, I think brand blindness, but I think these are still cute. I think they will sell eventually. These are J. Crew. They are the 8-inch, what is it called? The 8-inch toothpick. And I know we're kind of heading into winter, so I'm kind of thinking these white might sit a little bit. And plus, I know that the skinny jean is kind of off trend now. However, I still think that these are a really great basic for a lot of people, especially when summer rolls around. So I do think that those will eventually be a good pick. However, the comps are kind of all over the place. I had a really hard time figuring out what to price this at. I put it at $24.99. I don't exactly expect it to sell at that, but I do think that that's within the range of what it would sell for. It doesn't look like it's an outlet version of J. Crew, and it is really well constructed and there are no blemishes. Okay, this next one I thought was a super great find, another bin find, and Christmas is coming up. Everyone loves an ugly Christmas sweater, so I figured that this will sell probably pretty quickly because people are starting to think about what they want to wear for like ugly Christmas sweater parties. So I listed this at $16. I honestly thought I listed it higher. I was seeing comps between like 15 and 20, I think. Some of them going a little bit higher from this like Beals. I never know how to say it. I always go, whenever I go to Florida and I see like the B, I think it's like BE, and it has like the Bell. I don't know if that's an A in there, and then LLS. If you're from the South, let me know, because I'm from the Midwest. Anyways, Bells, I think, is how you say it. This was their brand, or at least sold at their store. There was a lot of different ones to kind of choose from that, but I think this will eventually sell, and it was at the bin, so even if I sell it for a little bit under 16, I think I'll still make a good profit on it. Okay, this was kind of, I don't know, this is a risky pick, I guess. It was from the bin, so it really isn't that risky because even if I don't sell it, it was, we'll see. But I don't really know a lot about bicycling or biking, but this one made in Italy, it seemed really well made. I initially was looking up, so I purchased this one, and this was kind of a mistake, I think. I haven't listed it yet, to be honest. I picked these up, both of them, because I thought that they would be good things to sell. When I initially looked up this comp, I saw things in like the 25 plus range with this like hub aspen. However, when I was like listing or like going to list this and take photos, I then realized that there is like a big, I don't know if this will show up in camera, but a big kind of like rip in the back, and I think I saw in the front there's a little bit, there's a little bit of wear in the front. I don't know, I might still list it or maybe pair it with this if it doesn't sell, because I mean it's still wearable, and if you're like wearing it just for exercising, maybe people won't care as much. Maybe I need to do a little bit more research about like what hub aspen is. If you're a biker, let me know if you know. But then I realized I think this is just a bike, this like UTE City Cycles. I actually looked it up after I did some more research, and I think it's just a bike shop in Colorado. So I guess unless you really like that bike shop, they're probably not going to buy it. I listed it. I listed it at $19.95, just based on like other biking shirts that I saw. Who knows? I'm not really sure if this will really sell, but we will see. It did have some stains. I'll put up a video. I did spray some like stain remover here and kind of like rubbed it in to get it out, and it actually worked really well. So I guess that was encouraging for me if I find things with stains, especially white, that I might be able to get them out. But it was just kind of a good learning experience, I guess. I won't count myself out too quickly. Maybe it will sell. But I think this was more of a learning pick, but they're pretty light, so I bet this probably only cost me $1 or $2 to learn. Okay, so the next thing I actually ended up listing these 4 things, let me grab them all together, and I kind of was initially thinking that I was going to do that when I picked them up because they were really small Abercrombie & Fitch and American Eagle pieces, and I figured that they wouldn't really sell for much by themselves, and when I was comping them out, they really were in like the 10 or lower range. And so I figured if I lotted them together, maybe that would be better. They're all size small. I really suspect that these were all donated together. They were in the same bin, and a lot of them are like kind of crappy. So I got this piece. This is American Eagle. It's a small, it's really cute. I envision someone in high school or college purchasing this. I just feel like it's kind of the more like cropped or shorter styles. This is an Abercrombie & Fitch small, and it's just like a red basic tee. It's really, really soft. It seems really comfortable. This is an American Eagle Outfitters shirt. I actually saw someone listed this for $19.99. I didn't see a lot of sold comps for it, but it is listed right now on eBay for $19.99. I still lotted it together with this because I just figured it would move a little bit better. Although, I don't know, maybe they're like 2 different of styles to try and lot together, but they are similar brands. So I thought maybe if someone likes that brand, they might like all of these pieces together. And this is just another basic Abercrombie & Fitch from their Soft A&F collection, which I think is a hilarious title. It's 100% cotton, but it's really nice and stretchy. It seems super comfy. Like, I think if you're looking for some basics from this brand, it would be a good lot. I kind of shot for the stars here with $34.99 for my listing. I figured that put it in for less than 10 a piece, and I figure someone's probably gonna put in an offer for it if they choose to go for it, so I might go for a little bit lower. The next one I got was from the Tahari brand. I've always loved this brand, and again, I'm just not sure if I am picking brands that are selling, and I'm still learning a lot of stuff, but I am picking brands that I know that are nicer quality. I just don't know like Well, I should say I have learned a lot about looking at sell-through rate after I've purchased a lot of this stuff, and just like how to look up things. So I kind of as a side tangent, I've been toying around with reselling for a while, and I went to the bins, and I just honestly, I went with my mother-in-law and my 3 kids, and I was just going to be an outing when I visited her. She lives in a bigger city, and like we live 5 hours away, so I don't have a bin super close. It's like 2 hours away. But I was just gonna like thrift for myself, and then I just started like picking up stuff, and I was like, I think I can resell this, and I just all of a sudden, like 2 hours later, I end up with like, I don't know, I think I bought at least 15 pieces of like stuff to resell. And I was like, okay, I guess I'm going to do this now. And I just kind of like took pictures, listed stuff on eBay. And I don't know, I'm a big learn by doer. Learn by doing. And so I don't know. We're figuring this out together. But anyways, I really love this. It is 100% linen. Yeah, 100% linen. I feel like you can't go wrong with that. And it's a super cute, basic Tahari piece. It has a really cute button, kind of, closure, I guess you could say. I don't even know if they're functional. No, they're sewn in. But there's buttons on the back. It's really cute. And I listed this for $13. So the comps on this was actually pretty low. I mean, I can't imagine this is much more than £1, so I don't think I paid more than like $2 for it. So even if I sell it for 13 or even like 10, although I probably wouldn't maybe pick this up in the future for like $8 a profit plus fees, I'm probably not making a ton on this one. But I do think that sometimes carrying like just nicer quality clothes, even if they're at a lower price point, might be good just to like have people start following my shop and just kind of having those kind of basic pieces. We will live and learn, right? Okay, so I'm pretty sure a New Day is a Target brand, and can, correct me on that if I'm wrong. But I really did like this piece, and I felt like even though it's not like a, higher end brand, it's 80% cotton and 20% linen. So I just feel like the cotton linen blends, just for me, like I'm not always looking at brand, I'm looking at, quality of material, and it's lined. I just felt like it was a good pickup. And it's in a pretty good size, a medium. It'd probably be a little bit better if it was a large. But I thought this was really cute, and I listed it at $19.79. There was actually quite a few listings for this one. It was quite easy to find like comp set. So I think I'm probably gonna end up selling it for a little bit lower just because it's a pretty competitive sell. But I listed it a little bit higher, figuring that people will try to negotiate with me. Okay. So this is one I found at the bins, which I was like super excited about because first I saw the sewn in tag and I was like, to me, generally that means it's like a higher quality item. And then I went and looked at the tag down here to see like what it was made out of. And I saw that it was made in Germany. So like to me, I was like, alarm bells going off. I was like, this is a good piece. And it is like dry clean only. And I don't even know if I know what the material it is. I'm pretty sure it's like cotton, maybe a cotton blend. But it's super cute blazer. It has just like ever so slightly has shoulder pads in here, but it's not, I think it's just really to give it structure more than anything. But when I looked at this company, it's actually out of business, but a lot of this brand actually goes for pretty high on eBay. I could not find this particular one anywhere, but I felt like it was very neutral, could go with anything. I ended up listing it at $66.59. I think that might have just been what eBay suggested, and I went with it. I don't know if I'll get $66 for it, but I figured it's a really nice brand. We will shoot for the stars. There is a little bit of yellowing up here, like just ever so slightly. And I did note that in the listing, but you would never see that wearing it. And everything else is pretty blemish free. So that was a really exciting find. We'll see if that sells and what it sells for. This next one was a really cute find. I don't know if it will sell. I'm not really sure how, like, I don't know why I'm like, I don't know if this will sell for like everything, but I really don't know because I am brand new. However, I looked at this company. It is the Beaufort Bonnet Company, and they sell really cute children's clothing. And when I looked up comps, a lot of stuff was selling in the $15 to $30 range for kids' dresses. So I figured I'd pick it up. The only thing is it does have, this was much darker earlier. I actually got this little stain out. I don't know if you can see it, otherwise I'll put a picture up on the screen. But there's just like ever so slightly black mark on here. And I got it out to the best of my ability. But this one I listed for $20. I'm expecting probably to be in the 12 to 17 range for this. I only found like one or two, and I think the other one I found was a size 7. This is a 3T, and I think it was listed for $20. So that one was a cute little find. Okay, this next one, this is one of the only ones that was not from the bins. I was actually at Goodwill the next day looking for a dress for a wedding that I was at because the dress I brought down, I didn't try on before I left. I just had a baby. It did not fit me. I don't know why I thought it would fit me. So I was like, I need to get a dress. So I was looking for a dress for myself. I did find one, but I also, you know how you like just start feeling material? That's just like, I'm a big material feeler. I felt this and I was like, this feels expensive. And then I looked at the brand and it was Pendleton. This is a wool like shift dress. It has a really fun kind of like Aztec type of print on here. And it was paired like with another Pendleton mock neck right like under it. Like it was with the dress, like it was a pair. But like these are two separate things. As far as I know, they're not sold together, but they sold it together at the Goodwill for like $6.99. When I looked at this dress, I saw it being sold for like $120. There was two different people who had it listed. But when I did look at sold comps, I want to say there was one that was between like 30 and 40. So I was really unsure what to list this for. I ended up listing it for $84.99 because it is like, to me, this is worth more than 30. I'm not really sure. I didn't look, maybe there was blemishes or something on the other one. But I do think that this is a quality dress and I would be willing to hold out for it. I wasn't, see, this is where I'm like not sure. Like, should I list it at 120 because everyone else was there? But I guess I was trying to be like a little bit more competitive in my pricing, and I think that other sold comp made me kind of doubt the 120. Anyways, I do think $84.99 is very fair for this. It is a super quality dress, and if you like this style, you will have this for a very long time. And this Pendleton shirt is really cute, and it is a nice basic, quality basic. I think there's like 20% silk in this, actually, if I remember correctly. Oh, 49% silk, 30% nylon, 21% cotton. So yeah, it just has a really nice, comfortable feel. Like if you're in an office all day, like you're gonna be wanting to have something like this on. I ended up listing this one for $34.99. I think that was just based on some of the other comps that I was seeing. Okay, next guy is, Everlane. This is probably one of my most viewed listings right now. And I knew when I picked it up, this wasn't just like your basic tee. Again, like you can just feel it. But this is just like a navy tee, really nice brand. Now that I've been watching a few videos, I've seen people mention Everlane, so I feel like good about picking up this shirt. I listed it for $16.60, and I've had a lot of views on it right now, so I'm hoping it sells within the next week or so. Okay, this was a fun pickup. Okay, I remember in high school, if you were shopping at the Bucko, like you had money or parents had money. I just remember it being a very expensive brand. I never shopped there. However, this was, I am pretty sure this is like Y2K. I said Y2K style. I don't know how to say for sure that this is like a Y2K pant, but it is in a bigger size of 40 long, which like I'm 6 feet tall. I love seeing long stuff. But it's like a little bit of a like boot cut on here and really fun kind of pockets. So really excited about that one, and it is listed at $20.97. I've had a few views on it, but not a ton. So we will see if that one moves. Okay, another Michael Kors piece. And this is a really cute like pencil skirt. It has a really fun pattern on it. It's like black and white, kind of looks like dots maybe, or like a sky. It's kind of hard to tell. But it has a really nice zipper on the back. You can tell it's Michael Kors. And so I have this one listed at $14.40. So that was just based on other comps that I was seeing. It's also nice and stretchy, so I feel like it can fit with you through any, like a little bit of weight gain too, which I feel like is always really nice. Okay, I kind of wish I had picked up the other maternity things that I saw in the bins next to this one. I obviously just went through wearing maternity clothes, and it is super expensive. So I don't really know how quickly maternity stuff sells on eBay, but like for me, if I could find discounted maternity, I would buy it. So the only thing is, I saw this and denim on the back here, and I did not realize that this is an H&M brand. So I'm not really sure, like from a brand perspective. I know like for maternity, I don't really care because I'm just looking for something that will fit me and looks like halfway cute. But the H&M, I think, it does bring down the price a little bit on it. I think I put it at, I put it at $14.85. So it's like kind of this really nice cream color. And I think once someone, maybe like if we're approaching summer, honestly, this would even be like, I don't know. I like white pants most of the time before kids. Now with kids, I don't know if I wear white pants, but I do think that those will sell eventually. Okay, I found this. So I am in the like Cubs surrounding area. Chicago. And so I picked this up. This was new with tags, and it is just like a Chicago Cubs shirt. And I figured new with tags, Chicago Cubs, that would probably sell eventually. I have it listed at $16. I found a few different listings for this, and so that's pretty spot on with what I was seeing. This is a nice size. It is an extra large. I'm pretty sure that will move. I thought this was really cute, and it's super like Y2K, and it's just like this cute little cheetah dress with like a little bit of a scoop neck, or like a cowl neck. And it's just like a little mini dress. It's new with tags from Dress Forum. I listed it at $29. Someone had purchased it for $42 on clearance, originally $56. So I felt like that was a fair price. Although I will say that is one of the only listings I don't have any views on. So I'm not sure if it's the price, the style, or just people aren't looking for mini dresses right now. So we'll see how that one moves, but I think it's really cute. It is way too short for me to ever wear, especially being 6 feet tall. Otherwise, I would consider it if it was just like a little bit longer. Okay, the last item that I picked, was the second item that I didn't get at the bins. I was just thrifting with my mother-in-law for fun, and I picked up one item. This is the only item that I picked up there. For $6.99, I had a 20% off coupon, so it was 20% off of that. So this is the item. It was a black, kind of vintage, sparkly, floral with like a little bit of embroidery sweater. And when I looked up that brand, there was tons of Christmas ones, and the sell-through rate was like super high. I mean, I don't really know the exact percentage, but there was, at least 20 listings sold in the last like 2 days. All of them were Christmas. This one wasn't specifically Christmas because it was just black and sequencey, so I wasn't totally sure on that. But I listed it this morning. It's sold this afternoon. I already have it packaged, ready to be sent out tomorrow. But I was so excited because that was my first sale. So I think that netted me around $15 after the fees. No, actually it's 20. Well, yes. Between 15 and 20. I have to double check that. But I sold it for $29.99. It's actually going to Canada. I'm a little nervous on the shipping part, that's accurate, but we'll see. I'm sure eBay will come back to me if that's not, or the post office, whatever, will charge me more if that's not accurate. But I'm super excited. That was my first haul. Let me know in the comments, is there anything you loved, anything you wouldn't have picked up, anything that I can learn from you guys, and just anything you'd like to see in the next video. Until then, I will keep on listing more things, and I will talk to you guys in the next one.